There's a land that I heard about so far across the sea.
This is the last song Carlos Jones sang for his friend and fellow band member David Smeltz as he was lying in the hospital after a months-long battle with COVID-19.
And I mean, the whole time I could barely sing because I was just tears, but I saw him try to open his eyes. And so I knew, I could tell that he was getting it. He was getting the vibe. And that's what I wanted to share and send him off with, Would be like heaven to me.
David Smeltz died a few hours later. The day was June 24th. His battle with COVID led to many health issues like pneumonia and a stroke before David ultimately lost his breath. His fellow musicians were able to say goodbye.
It was hard for me to look at him like that. And all I could do is say a word of prayer and walk away.
I hugged him, kissed his head, and said it again. I said, I'll be back, man. I'll be back. And when I left, I knew I wasn't going to go back. I couldn't see him that way.
So far across the sea.
Nice.
When you're the saddest, music can lift you.
And it was music that lifted David throughout his life, like this song.
Love is patient, love is kind.
One note at a time, he brought people together through harmony. A Cleveland native, he co-founded the band Ital in 1978, a pioneer of reggae music in the Northeast, and helped launch the local reggae scene. George Gordon helped David name the band.
That's when we got really blasted and started.
After years of partying on the road, David turned to a clean and sober lifestyle, releasing music and books with a focus on recovery, even starting a center for recovery, a nonprofit named Clean House Inc. I spoke to David just 1 year ago, ahead of his performance at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, about his mission.
Who would you say your biggest inspirations are?
I would have to say my biggest inspirations are the ladies and gentlemen that I see in recovery for sustained recovery, like 20, 30, 40 years of staying sober. Those are my biggest inspirations.
And for these men, David was their inspiration.
He saved other people's lives. It's not just about the music. It's about David and the purity of his spirit and the purity of his heart.
A heart that showed through his melodies and harmonies. His band Ital is no more ever since David's passing.
Yeah, Dave ain't around, so they ain't been Ital.
Yeah, because I mean, even if you got all of the original members together without Dave at the front of it, it'll never be the same. It's not Ital. Said it's a reggae family party.
But with music, passion, and love, his songs will live on and continue to be played through them.
Yeah, ain't nobody can take his place.
If you ever met him, you would be taken.
Last time.
Because the smile alone would invite you in.
2 seconds of meeting David Smeltz and you were in love with him.
Yeah.
Reggae family party.
So it's hard to think he's gone. He's not gone. He's in all of us.